Today, we're going to start with some base test runs. Let me peel this fresh plastic off. Completely bone stock TRX-4 Defender. I call this my vacation build. Pretty much only going to run this whenever I go on vacation. The plan is Injora IR60 body, which is basically Toyota pickup. Injora LCG chassis, LGRP black labels, a little bit of brass maybe, and then I'll just take it out and run it whenever I go on vacation. This orange is absolutely beautiful. Let me see if I can get it in the sunlight. Look at that. Oh, of course, I keep setting it not in the sunlight. There we go. I had a Bronco previously, but at the time, I was wanting to run it with other people, and I just got bored with it because nobody else had one. It was a great truck. I got the Bronco when it first released, and unfortunately, there weren't really good foams or inserts, and I had it pretty brassed out, so it side hilled terribly. It crawled vertically pretty well. I had a lot of fun with it, and I kind of missed it. I went on vacation recently, and we went on a hike. I realized, man, I really wish I had a crawler with me, so picked me up a little mini crawler. I'm gonna start a little build on it, and then it might just sit on the shelf until next vacation or whenever I travel again, but at least I'll have it and not wish I had it. So let's hook up the battery. I'm gonna change it into crawl mode on the ESC, and then we'll hit some random lines. This is mostly a 10th scale area, so I have no idea what this truck can do out here, but we'll find some lines that maybe I can hit, get a baseline. So I realized I needed to swap my thumb steer over so I could record and drive. And then while I was back at the truck, I decided, you know what, this is going to be a hiking / trail truck. Forget the bowl. Let's take on a little beginning of WSRCP. And see how well it does on the trail versus trying to potentially hit hard lines that I know that this thing's not going to hit stock. So we'll just trail truck this thing for now. In my old Bronco, I did everything really that you can imagine other than the crawler gears, and I think this time I might want to put crawler gears in it. I'm not sure. The torque in this thing isn't the greatest, and I could always change motors or put the crawler gears in it, but we'll see. The problem with the crawler gears is this thing wide open throttle is my walking pace. Wide open throttle is probably gonna just eat the battery up. Ooh, ooh. Rolled it. And the Bronco came with, I think, BF Goodrich tires. For some reason they put licensed scale tires on the Bronco, but not the Defender. So I've never had these mini canyon trails before. The the 110, or I was gonna say 10th scale, but they have 2.2 and 1.9 canyon trails. The 1.9 canyon trails are really good once you cut them, open them up. So I don't know how these are gonna do. The bigger canyon trails also kind of struggled with, oh, there it goes again, with loose dirt. So I guess so far they're pretty similar. Honestly, this Defender body is actually kind of cool. I was never really a fan of it. I only got it because it was orange, and I had the intention of putting the Injora body they just released on it. But we'll see. Maybe I'll stick with this one. Let me know in the comments what you think. I might clip in a picture of the IR60 so you guys see what it is, and then we'll compare it to the Defender and see what you guys say. So far, entry gate. Keep in mind, the trail I'm at right now is, we mostly run regular 10th scale trucks here, so a lot of this is going to be a lot harder for this little truck to do. Man, it just looks so cool. It's crazy how the scale affects everything. This is just a walking path, and for the little truck, this is like the obstacle course. Compared to the big trucks. Which is pretty cool. Oh yeah. These things are just so awesome for, you know, going down a walking path. Even stock, like, they're just a lot of fun to, you know, drive along while you're walking. That's not the best performer out of the box, but I'm also trying to put it through its paces. And I mean, your point of view, you know, just walking behind this thing probably isn't all that entertaining or interesting, but it's definitely fun just to walk behind it and see what it does. I mean, you'll have a blast if you just like hiking and you want to change it up a little bit. Get your little mini crawler, take it on the hiking path with you. If the battery dies, just throw it in your little pack and it'll be all right. Now this hill, I might play around, try it, but guarantee the truck and stock form won't make it. Might try and make it up the bypass instead, but honestly, this truck is just a lot of fun, straight out of the box. It's just fun to look at. I don't know how to explain it other than it's just fun. So I tried to run the hard line before I filmed. Truck is not gonna make it. I mean, if you watch any of my other videos, you'll see that this one's a hard one for even the 10 scale truck. So we'll take the bypass, and I'll stay down here, let this thing just do its work. This thing is awesome. It's definitely no line killer, but it does some fairly decent lines. They're all, lines that either I definitely can hit once I do a little bit of work to it, which is kind of the goal. This is the baseline run. Now that I have had the Bronco and the Defender, I know exactly what people say or exactly what people are saying when they talk about how the Defender is definitely back heavy just because of the body. It's definitely not the end of the world. I mean, I don't feel like, I had the Bronco like a year and a half, 2 years ago. I feel like the Bronco kind of suffered just as much when it was stock. But I have noticed that the mini canyon trails kind of suffer from the exact same thing the big canyon trails do, and that is it does not like loose dirt. When it's on straight rock, these mini canyon trails do kind of hook up. Now, since I plan on getting the LGRP black labels, I don't think I'm gonna cut, because these are, what I mean by cut is on the big canyon trails, get it to focus, you cut out the little lugs, the little tiny triangles right there. So you got the bigger triangle and then you got a smaller triangle, right? On the big canyon trails, you cut out those little lugs, and the canyon trails are a surprisingly phenomenal tire for being an RTR tire. I don't know if it'll be worth it to do on these. Because I want to get bigger tires. But then the problem is, if I get the LGRP tires that are bigger, the stock tires rub as it is. So playing around with the suspension, playing around a bunch of other stuff will definitely come into play. On my Bronco, I was able to take the flares and the side steps off, and that actually improved a lot. On the Bronco, the tires would actually rub on the bumper on the front. The weird, interesting thing is, on the Land Rover, the rear bumper is narrower, so the body actually kind of drags on stuff as opposed to the bumper. We'll see. I know for a fact I want to do the Injora LCG chassis, which will allow me to do, even with stock suspension, different alignment and angles and stuff like that. I'll put probably a little bit of brass on it, not a whole lot. I don't want to make this thing ridiculously heavy like I did the Bronco and not like crawling it. So I'm already having fun with this thing. I mean, I probably could just bring this as is on a vacation with me and have no issues. But I just want a little bit more out of it. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. Well, it's a hot one today. I'm getting pretty tired. Not only did I record this video, I recorded my, I think, other two all today. So this will be the end of this video. Like I said early in the video, I might not post this one until I have more completed on the build. That being said, if this truly is the end of the video, see you next time. If not, stick around for part 2. It'll be coming up shortly.